It's the third of the month. Your salary just landed. The number on your screen looks good. Actually, it looks great. For about 4 seconds, you feel completely fine. Then you remember the rent, the electricity bill you pushed from last month, the loan repayment, the groceries, the school fees. And just like that, it's gone. Or at least, it feels like it's about to be. So you tell yourself the same thing you said last month. Next month, I'll be more careful. Next month, I'll actually save something. But next month comes, and it's the exact same story. Same stress. Same sinking feeling after payday. Here's what I want you to know right now. You are not bad with money. You are not lazy. You are not failing. You've just been set up by a system that was never designed to help you build wealth. And today, I'm going to show you exactly how that system works against you, and the simple shift that changes everything. Let me ask you something. Why do we call it a monthly salary, like it's something to celebrate? Because here's what nobody tells you. Getting paid once a month is one of the most psychologically dangerous financial habits a person can have. Here's why. When your money arrives all at once, your brain sees a big number, and it relaxes. It thinks, okay, I'm good. I have money. That feeling of abundance triggers spending. Not reckless spending. Just normal, everyday, I deserve this spending. A dinner out. A few things from the shop. A small treat because the week was hard. And here's the trap inside the trap. You're not even wrong to spend. You did earn it. But your brain has no way of connecting that feeling of richness on day 1 to the empty account on day 26. Because 30 days is too long a gap for our minds to manage naturally. Studies have found that people consistently overestimate how much money they'll have later and underestimate how fast small expenses pile up. This isn't stupidity. It's just how human brains work. But here's the part nobody talks about. Monthly salaries weren't designed for workers. They were designed for employers. Think about when monthly salaries became the standard, the industrial era. Companies needed to manage large payrolls efficiently. Paying workers once a month was cheaper, easier, and gave businesses better control over their own cash flow. You know who else benefits from you getting paid once a month? Landlords, banks, loan companies, anyone who times your bills to arrive just before or just after your paycheck, making sure their money leaves your account first, and you survive on whatever is left. This is what I call the drain cycle. Your salary comes in, and within 72 hours, it's flowing straight back out, to rent, to debt, to deductions you barely remember signing up for. By day 5, most people feel broke again, even though they just got paid 5 days ago. Sound familiar? Now here's where it gets really interesting. And I want you to stay with me here, because this is where things start to shift. When you spend the first week feeling rich and the last 2 weeks feeling poor, your brain starts operating in what psychologists call a scarcity mindset. Scarcity mindset means your brain is stuck in low-level survival mode. You stop thinking about the future. You start thinking only about now. How do I make it to next month? How do I cover this gap? And here's what scarcity mindset does to your decisions. It makes you worse at managing money, not better. You buy the cheap thing that breaks quickly instead of the quality thing that lasts. You take the small loan with high interest because you need it today. You avoid opening your banking app because the anxiety is too much. Every single one of those choices feels logical in the moment, but each one quietly makes the next month harder. It's like being thirsty and drinking salt water. It feels like relief, but it makes the problem worse. And the cruelest part? The system counts on this. When you're always scrambling, you never have the mental space or the actual money to start building something for yourself. But here are 3 things that break this cycle completely, and you can start any of them this month. The first one is what I call paying yourself on day 1, not saving what's left at the end of the month, because we both know what happens to that. The moment your salary lands, before rent, before groceries, before anything, move a fixed amount somewhere you don't see every day, even if it's small, even if it's 10 or 15%. The size matters less than the habit. You are training your brain to see that money is already gone, which means you naturally adjust your spending to what remains. The second shift is breaking your month into weeks. Instead of thinking, I have this much for the month, divide your spending money into 4. Give yourself a weekly budget. Suddenly, the gap between paycheck and broke shrinks from 30 days to 7. Your brain can manage 7 days. It cannot manage 30. People who do this one thing alone report feeling significantly less financial stress, not because they earn more, but because the timeline becomes human-sized. And the third shift. This one is the most powerful and the most overlooked. Find one income that doesn't follow the monthly cycle. A small side income, a skill you sell on weekends, a product, anything that brings in a few hundred extra at a different time of the month. Not because the amount is life-changing, but because it breaks the psychological grip of the single paycheck. When money can arrive on a Wednesday, or the 17th, or randomly, your brain stops being hostage to the first of the month. You stop feeling like a passenger in your own financial life. Here's the thing I really want you to take away from this. The paycheck trap isn't about how much you earn. It's about the rhythm your life is locked into. A rhythm that was designed by someone else, for someone else's benefit. But rhythm can be changed. Start small. This month, try just one of those three things. Pay yourself first, even a tiny amount. Or split your budget into weeks. Or find one small thing you can sell or offer. You don't need to fix everything at once. You just need to make one move that puts you in control of the timing, instead of waiting to be rescued by a date on a calendar. Because the most dangerous thing about the paycheck trap isn't that it keeps you broke today. It's that it keeps you believing that this is just how life works. And it doesn't have to.